You're low on the Chargers and you're low on the Eagles. Those are like two of my favorite teams.
Those are your 2 1 seeds, no?
Yeah. Those are, or no, the 49ers were my 1 seed. The 49ers were my 1 seed. But the Chargers and the Eagles are 2 teams that I'm really high on. Why do you think those are both 10-win teams?
Yeah, so I don't think it's about the total wins per se, because I think they're quite a good team, but they got a really tough schedule, and they play in that AFC West. And I think, at least just based on the way things look, I think you could just say every team's going to win 3 games in division and lose 3 games, because I don't think there's a distinct difference between 3, maybe even 4 of those teams in the AFC West, because the Chargers got a whole lot better, but the Raiders, first of all, like had so many problems last year. It was like disaster after disaster. You'd open up Twitter in the morning and say, oh, another player arrested. Oh, the head coach is a racist. Oh, like, you know, it was a million different things.
And I'm high on the Raiders too.
With Rich Bisaccia, they ended up like doing quite well. And I mean, I think we remember that week 18 matchup now, the battle of those teams trying to sneak into the playoffs. And the Raiders, like, they're good. And I think they got a whole lot better with Devontae Adams, who is just unbelievable. Yeah. And Chandler Jones isn't Chandler Jones from maybe 3 years ago, but he's still a really solid player. And so it's like you talk about the Chargers getting J.C. Jackson and Sebastian Joseph Day and Khalil Mack and going out in the draft and getting a starting offensive lineman tomorrow in Zion Johnson. It's like they got a lot better too. But then you look at the Broncos, you got Russell Wilson. It's like every team is getting better. I just think it's going to be tough for the Chargers to win 11 or 12 games when they play in that division.
Nate Hobbs is the key to the Raiders. And like
that's
everything,
one of the DUI guys last year.
Yes, everything hinges on him. Maybe last year, all the problems with the Raiders motivated them. What's the like wounded tiger theory? Is that what it's called? Where like something horrible happens and everybody else like kind of locks in even more. Because the Raiders last year, I believe there was like a stretch in the season where they were like 1-5 and they just got torched by the Chiefs. And they were a team in that AFC where it's like, yes, they made the playoffs, but like, is this a good playoff team or a bad playoff team that is going to regret? Like, to me, they did get better, but they're also staving off a little bit of regression in close win scenarios and stuff. Like they seem to clutch up a lot of the wins that were narrow. Their points margin, their points differential was one of the lowest of all the playoff teams. So it's like they'll need to get better to even get back to 10 wins. Because if they ran back the same roster, I wouldn't bet on it being that good again. Like that's kind of where I'm at with them, where in that division, I did like them after they made the moves, but the more I've looked into them, the more I've cooled on them. And to me, they're the losers there. Then the Broncos, and then the Chiefs and Chargers are the 2 that are still like probably cream of the crop. That's where I'm at with the division. But
yeah, it's fair.
It's all valid. It's that division. Like everyone, I think should get a pass on it, no matter what, no matter how it's ranked. If it goes opposite order, like. It's just so much change and hard to project.